Welcome to another Spreadsheeters video guide. You can find written instructions for these steps on the Spreadsheeters website. In this video, we're going to see how to remove special characters in Excel. A big challenge that many people face when cleaning up data is the removal of special characters, especially when you're working with data that has been imported from other applications because of the change of file formats. In many cases, a lot of unwanted characters are inserted into the text. So removing each one of these characters can be done using find and replace, but this is time consuming and you have to repeat the operation for each kind of special character. So in this example, I have some text where I've intentionally inserted some special characters, and I want to create a formula that is going to work for all the special characters. So I have also created here a lookup table. So if you see this column over here, I've called it characters, in which I've listed all the characters I want removed from this text. So we can do this now by creating a formula by stringing together a number of functions. So let's start by building it. The first thing we will do is use the sequence function to convert the text here into an array. Or array is a series of values. So here for the number of rows, I want the number of rows equal to the number of characters in the cell. So for that, I will use the len function, which returns the length of the text. And I want just one column and close it. And now you can see that for this, an array has been created with the exact number of characters in the cell. I think it runs into a little over 100 characters. Now, the next step is to take each value of the from the text and replace it in this array. For that, we'll use the mid function. So I'll say mid. Now the text to be changed is the text in this cell. The start number is the array, and the number of characters I want is 1 because I want to look at each character and say enter. So now you can see that each character from the cell has been put into the array. Now the next thing I need to do is to find the special characters. So again, I go back to editing this formula, and for this I'll use the match function. So in match, the lookup value is of course this value, which is this array thing that I've built. And then the lookup array where I want to look for the value is my lookup table here. So I will then select this table, and then the match type, this is optional, but I want an exact match. So I'll say 0 and put enter. Now you can see that all the cells where there are special characters, the position of the special character has been returned. So this is 10, 4 and 4, etc. Now I want to replace that. I want to remove those special characters. So for that, I will use the if function. If function does a logical test, which in this case is this formula. If it is true, which is in this case where it is going to return the position of the special character, I want that replaced with a blank, which is just a series of double quotes saying that I want that to be removed. And then say enter. Now you can see the 10 and the 4 and 4 I have disappeared. But now we still have a problem where the error values are displayed. So we will use the if error function to handle this. So here I'm saying that if an error occurs here, if the cell, this whole formula evaluates to an error, I want to put back the original value, which is this segment of the formula. So I'm going to copy that, Control C and say Control V. So if there's an error, I want the original value there and close that. And I've got back the original values. And of course, I've already handled the special characters which have been removed. Now the last step is to combine this back into a string. So for that, we'll use the text join function. So here the delimiter I just don't want a delimiter, so I'm leaving it blank. I'll say true, I want to ignore empty cells. And my array here is the text that I want joined back. And then close this and say enter. And there I have the text completely cleaned. You can see the hash symbols, the pipe character, everything is being removed. Now, of course, before copying this down, I have to make sure that I make the characters, the lookup table constant. So select this and press F4. And that now I've got my formula in place and it seems to be working right. I can then just drag this down and let's just check wherever I have asked this formula to remove asterisks, backslash, carrots, everything, all these have been removed. So you can always define, instead of having to do find and replace operation, you can define your list of characters and then use this formula to remove the special characters. This is how to remove special characters in Excel. Please read the appended article for further guidance.